Here in the bottom of Mothership, a 3-player map, it is Byun. And in the top right, we do have Solar. Still playing for Team Falcons, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little bit of something. I know there's 3 more slots to go in that lovely, lovely Esports World Championship next year. And we don't know what's gonna happen there, but it said returning titles, so... Well. There have been only like 24 titles last year, so there can't be 25 returning titles. What else could return? We'll have to wait and see. So I'm kind of hyped to see, are we gonna see some siege tanks shenanigans? You cannot use early Vipers against those anymore, really. Blinding Clouds still work, of course, so it's not like the Viper does not do counter siege tanks anymore, it's just that you cannot slowly abduct them over time and just get rid of them. But Blinding Clouds, of course, do still operate the same way, where you simply cannot shoot if you are under that one. And yeah, those have been, of course, enough to demolish those siege tank pushes. Are we gonna see instantly like a ghost idea here from Byun? It's gonna be a little bit rough though, because of that light attribute now to the ghost that makes it play way differently than it did play for like the last decade, I wanna say. Being light, there's so much that you take bonus damage from as a light. Oh, I still have I'm rocking the RSL revival here. Let's revive some StarCraft, that's fine. So just going for a hatch first, pool gas. Are we gonna see a muter opening here from our Zerg player? He used to actually stray away more early than other players from the muter meta back in the day, way back in the day. And yeah, he might just play off meta again. He did in fact create a lot of the styles that have been very meta heavy in the recent past. So Byun scouts the wrong direction. He's gonna not... Oh, he's actually gonna see this Overlord. Of course he knows where his opponent is now, because he found out that there's no natural. I'm going for a command center 111 expand here. Is he gonna throw down a... Oh no, actually he's gonna go for a 3 CC opening with that Hellion. And we should see the Hellion Banshee coming in very soon. So very macro focused. Of course, the 3 CC opening is basically like, it's just so strong, it's almost impossible to not go for it. The Zergling gets in, very nice scout, is a good confirmation. Hey, I've seen everything. What's up? Marine is trying to chase it down. No new interaction here. A Reaper poking at the front, is gonna try to delay that first creep tumor if he can get it. Solar hasn't planted it yet. And it's gonna go back now after pushing out with his queens a little bit. And the Reaper's coming in for the snipe, but Zerglings are in position here to prevent that snipe. And the creep will be up safely. So no 2-base muter build here. And there's the Hellion Banshee. Like, imagine 2-base muter builds on a 3-player map. It could have been extremely viable. Like, what does he have? He has 1 Marine. You could have had already a spy up and running, and then he needs to make like cyclones or something. He's making a Banshee and Hellions, and he has a Reaper. He has literally 1 Marine. That's all that shoots up for Byun right now. So there could be a loophole in the meta currently, which could be exploited with like a spy all-in, especially on maps where it's difficult to scout, like a 3-player map like this. Byun poking here a little bit in the front. Didn't even get that creep tumor so far. Nothing really happening here. Going for that stim, of course, as he loves to do. If Byun ever plays Mac, it's gonna be really once in a blue moon. Well, finally he gets that first creep tumor snipe, but I mean, at what cost? Some damage on his units, but a lot of intention actually, and it's a very small price for a lot of trying on Byun's side. Solar looking very sharp here. Going for the double evolution chamber. I assume he's gonna play a Baneling heavy style here. just because the Baneling got buffed. And I can see him actually create a new meta with like Viper and that micro Shroud, the Dog Swarm. Shroud. I'm just gonna call it Shroud, I guess. Makes a lot of sense. The Shroud. Now Queen's pushing back these Hellions. I wonder how AoE is affected by the Shroud. Does it also just get like reduced by half? Is it that strong? Yeah, getting another creep Shimmer here. Does not really want to lose these Hellions yet. You can always use them as Hellbats and a follow-up push. We do see the double engineering bay, of course, and the 5 barracks follow-up here for now. So if he keeps the Hellions alive, he's gonna do so for quite a while. He gets a Queen Snipe, could potentially get a second one, but already units coming in position here for Solar. This is such a weird thing. This golden thing, golden creep. Oh, because it's like... Oh, okay. It's like a transparent... It's like glass. And there's the plank where pirates throw you off the boat, right? It's the mothership, after all. Now, Link counterattack, trying to come over here. Marines do get stimmed, but already draining that medevac energy before they're even out. Setting up a supply depot here. For some vision is Byun. That's gonna help him in the near future. These barracks need some add-ons, and he realizes that, and he throws down the armory. My man, quite a fast armory. That makes me think that this is rather for the Halberd transformation than the actual 2-2 follow-up. Failing speed on the way here, infestation pit on the way. Solar going also into a later state of that game. Medivacs did help clear out the Overlord. You can still see a little bit of his carcass and blood over there, of course. And the double drop is coming in, but this should be no... Like, this shouldn't be too hard to read here for Solar. He already has a few spores in position, but 2 spores are actually not going to cut it. This map has a very interesting layout. Pathways are a little bit difficult here. It's enough to make him turn around though, so that's going to pay off for Solar. 2 spores. Second factory is done, so Byun is actually going for a Rakta. I was wondering if he goes tank heavy here, with that tank change, but he will go probably into Widowmine Drilling Claws. He still has it on that tech lab there. He should probably get it if he goes into that reactor. There we go, Halberd transformation here. And that push is starting. He needs to start his 2-2, immediately doing that, but he's already a little bit late to the party here. Now a drop coming in to distract Solar, and then the push is trying to come in on the other side here. Can he keep his medivacs alive? Does seem the answer is yes. And this base should fall. Still shooting down stuff over here with this drop. And the base is gonna get denied. Byun is keeping on pushing. I'm not sure about this. There's a lot of Zerg here over on this side. And Byun does not have his full army. Can he make it work though? This is a nice spread of creep, but maybe it's just a little bit too much from Solar here. We do see the drop in the main though, completely demolishing the queens here. Can they keep on transfusing? I'm not sure if they really have the energy. If you focus down the high energy ones, no, actually they make their stand and they will survive. But the attack on the left was actually not completely cleared out, so a couple of medevac with a bunch of marines do make it back there as well. You sort of pulled back a little bit too fast. He's going for a Lingbane Hydra style for now, and we do see some Vipers, so I want to see if he actually gets the Shroud upgrade or not. Oh, it's been so long, man, since I've been talking so much and casting. My voice is actually hurting already. So there we see some Drilling Claws. Coming in for Byun is going into that A-Drag style. Should probably throw down a Ghost Academy soon. Some creep clearing here, and again pushing on the left side. He wants to deny the 4th base if he can. That's the first queen over here, and Solar is out of position. Now the tanks will be able to set up. One of the guys is gonna fall here. There's only 1 tank though actually, so not too much. 1 Widowmine over here on the right, and we do see this push here way back on the right. Trying to get the Overlord farm. This could be a lot of damage here to Solar. Byun does not micro this correctly for a moment though, and he will lose half of his marines. This 1 tank is still doing God's work over here. Byun has seen this hatchery. And he wants to push it. Oh my god, the random widow mine on the right. This intercept the workers transferring from the gas here. Let's get a good hit. 4 drones. Quite nice here for Byun. Needs to be a little careful though. We see some links coming here from the top. Trying to roam into Byun's area. There's one tank sits in his strong. There's the blinding cloud. Of course, no more abduct here on those tanks. No shroud so far. Wonder if he's gonna start using that in the late game here. We see only Marine, Marauder, Mine for now. Oh, this could be some amazing shots! Actually, decent enough splitting. I think we had like one good connection here over on the left, but this Marine Bulk still is gonna snipe a hatchery, and that was an easy pick for Byun. Byun looks good in this game. He looks really good in this game, and Solar needs to stabilize. Something that could help him do that would be lurkers. He is transitioning to that. There is no ghosts, and that might bite Byun in the dust, in the butt, not in the dust. He might bite the dust. Yeah. Oh, he does snipe. The Hydralisk then very exposed here on that 4th base, and does deny the upgrade. No dash for the Hydras here. So he might even go a little bit earlier into lurkers. He has to lurker then, but there are the first few lurkers. Moving here, 7 on the number. You see a Widow Mine being buried down here on that base position, and Byun is controlling Solar quite nicely, but this base in the middle is actually... it's a little bit rough. I mean, as Byun, you kind of want to keep Solar on 3 bases here right now, but he just simply cannot, because there's too many options for Solar to go to on this 3-player map. And as long as he can keep one of those alive with lurker defense, he can definitely stabilize. And then Byun is still not transitioning. He's not making any ghosts. He's going into 33. Yeah, that's nice. He's making more command centers. That's nice. But where's your tech units? He's trading very efficiently, don't get me wrong. I mean, look at this. It's almost double the efficiency at this point. But in the end... oh, he will lose a medevac there potentially. In the end... this is not gonna cut it. No ghosts. And finally we do see the first ghosts here trying to run in onto these lurkers. Just snipe a few, but not all of them. And there's still way more lurkers behind this. By the way, they have bonus damage against armor, so this does not affect the ghost change. Still have this medevac here north, a very nice position actually. Could have stayed a little bit longer there. There's one more over here. Byun's army is starting to get thinned out a little bit and get pushed off the map here and get shoved back a bit. He's making double starboard. A lot of transitions coming in here. Byun started to drop here in the north again. Can he get some damage? Oh, dropping into spore range. Not good. The medevac is going to go down. He does unload 5 marines though. But of course not really what he was looking for here. He's looking for some more damage. He's coming with a big drop into the right side. And he's still controlling the center with a few units here. Medevac on 8 HP. Dropping here on the left as well. Can he snipe another Hydralisk then? The answers... oh, he snipes the lurker then and then the Hydra then. That's a big reset on the tech if you can only get that hive afterwards. My god! Yeah. The saving grace here for Solar is that he's constantly working on that medevac count. And Byun actually doesn't have that many. He's only 5. He just lost like 4 in the main base. Oh my god, those ghosts. And Solar is just shoving back now. Byun lost like a whole army to hold position lurkers there. He lost like 30 supply or something. Then he lost the drop in the main. He just has a big momentum shift against him right now. And Solar is just making it work. And he could close out the game if he's fast enough. There's simply not enough time to reproduce here for our Terran player. He has the money, he has the income, he has the bases, he has the tech. But he doesn't have the momentum, and sometimes that is all you need. He will lose these bases here on the left. There's a lot of infrastructure as well. A lot of SCVs are standing over there. And now Solar just moves to the right, and then he's fighting a 2-base Terran, which is losing his infrastructure, which is also out here. Can he kill that planetary? He's moving in with the Hydras, but the ghost sniping from the high ground here, quite nice work. But there is the big story. A few Zerglings is all you need sometimes. They're killing everything on the left side. The right side gets demolished as well. The infrastructure that was just finished up is getting wrecked as well. And the lurkers are just containing the frontier. He never got Wait, he got the parasitic bomb. Wait, where is it? Abduct, blank. Oh, it's the infestor. What am I talking about? Of course, it's the infestor. So he never got infestors, I guess. That's what I wanted to say. So Byun makes his... He stands his ground, but he loses everything. He has one more shot. He lost basically his economy. He lost his tech. He lost most of his army. And he lost most of his infrastructure as well. So that's when you know things are really dire here for the Terran. There we see the infestors. So he's making some now. Probably just going for a fungal here. And we do have a big number of ghosts, of course. They are now... I mean, look at this. This is so beautiful to see. 11 ghosts and he's only sitting at 120 supply. It's just lovely to see. And Byun is trying to remake some things. He still has a lot of orbitals. He can kind of produce everything if he really goes for it. But he needs to lift, yeah, one of those, get over here. There's a few links even in the way. He needs to clean these out. These widow mines are already depleted. 10 kills. There's some nice connections. We missed them maybe. And Byun is starting to mow down this hatchery here. But that's kind of all he can do, really. He's still keeping Solar on, actually on 3 bases, so Solar is a little bit struggling right now to... Oh no. Okay, so he didn't get these medevacs. But yeah, Solar's struggling a little bit to kind of establish himself on the map right now. But if he can get these double expansions up, then that should be enough. And Byun is actually abandoning this base, and he just says, alright, scrap it, we need to push. He's going for the forward base again. Microbial Shroud, it's still the same name. I wanna... Can you please change that freaking name, Shroud? So they have the Shroud, but they don't have it. They could have it, but they don't have it. He didn't research it. In the infestation pit. Marines try to evacuate here. Just links. They do have adrenaline, they do have a lot of upgrades. Needs to be careful. They are sitting at 3-2 upgrades. And if Solar gets up those 2 bases, he's going into Ultralisks, and then he's just gonna roll over Byun here eventually. Setting up some flanks here, creating some opportunities for himself. He's going in with the links to harass the economy even further, and Byun did not remake enough SCVs, I wanna say here. No, Byun is definitely playing this a little bit. I feel like he is throwing this away a little bit, this chance he still had. He remade like in... He could have... He has what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... He has 6 bases. He could have produced... Let's say this one was floating. He could have produced 5 SCVs at a time for the past 2 minutes. And that would have been... What? 12 seconds for an SCV? He could have been up to 50 SCVs easily. He only went up to 35 and then he stopped again. So yeah, I feel like Byun is not really leveraging his position as much as he could. And that's gonna bite him in the butt because Solar is sitting at 70 drones and he finally has the bases up and running. Now he just wants this one more and then he's just golden with 3 run-in base, fresh bases on 6 base total. He's even going up to 7th base, he's going into his 3-3 attack upgrades, both of them range and melee, and yeah. I mean, there's gonna be the fungal. He gets a fungal, gets a connection. 2 even. Is going in with the units. 1 more fungal. Can it do the trick? There is 1 infestor waiting. And everything's so clumped up. There is a few ghosts in the mix, but actually Byun... I mean, he still has 11 ghosts, but they're not here. Actually, some of them are so full on energy, he needs to start sniping something here. Byun is just roaming with his army, but if he... like, gets caught by its fungals, blinding clouds, oh my god, this could be the worst combination. It's a little bit not as terrible as it could have been. Thank god for Byun. He does lose that medevac. This one does survive, luckily enough for him. He needs every ounce of healing he can get. A Night Room to close the deal here. I think it's a smart move from Solar. But he could just run over this army. He has it kind of flanked here. Blinding clouds, fungals. Byun not in a good position. Can he still make a stand here? Oh, that was a good connection there on those marauders on the left. If he could have kept like 6 more marauders there alive and healed them up again, maybe the momentum shifts again here, but I feel like this pendulum has swung a little bit too much in favor of Solar. And look at this, Byun never reproduced the SCVs. He's still sitting at 30 again. He made like 5 more and then that's all. And he's wondering why he does not have money. He's relying too much on the orbitals. And yeah, he's not... like... he's just simply not using what he has, I feel like. That's a big mistake. I mean, if he just remakes like literally 50 SCVs, that's a good enough economy so you can keep on producing with that many orbitals. Like 30 is too low at this stage of the game, and you can see this reflected in the supply. And his money is... right now he's mining with 6 mules, plus his economy. And it's still not going above 1,000. While you can see in the production tab is not near way producing out of all of his facilities. What am I connection here? I'm missing on that overlord, unfortunately. Ghosts are gonna get evacuated here. Can he make something happen on the left? The Liberator gets sniped easily there by some Hydralisks, so... and then we see some parasitic bombs here. Can the Ghost get the re-kill? Come on, please frickin' snipe these guys. And he does get both of them, that's good. Definitely they're on Solar. But Solar can just at this point start to potentially brute force that. He should probably remake a few drones himself. But yeah, he might just have too much. He's coming in for the kill here right now. He just wants to overrun Byun at this stage. Can the Ghost still turn the tide here? No, Hydras are too close in. Never say die, but that is when Byun died. And that was the first of this best of 3. Very nice game, I have to say, indeed. Ooh. Okay. The next map is one I also haven't seen, Old Republic. Old Republic, I mean I've seen it, but I haven't seen it in game. Alrighty, here we go. Into the game. Number 2 between Byun in the top right and in the bottom left you do have Solar. Of course this game is this map is a one-on-one map. Old Republic, we can have a quick look around here. So there's your things. There's your natural, of course. It does have a double opening kind of. A ramp down here with some rocks. And then the pathway into the high ground third. And then there's a very defensible 4th location, I want to say, like for Terrans. You can kind of set up stuff here on the high ground and still defend your worker line, which is kind of cool. But you can also just keep on expanding on the high ground here to the left and eventually reach these rich Vespine geyser areas. And then there's a low ground area over here, which is kind of easy attackable from every side here. Now, this map does only have rich geysers, it does not have any gold bases. But apparently Zerg are already going extinct over on this planet, so might be a good sign for Byun here. Definitely needs that one after the last game. Oh, we want to see a spire. I want to see the spire. Solar, pull out the spire. Double gas. Very early. So this is not gonna be the 3cc opening. I wonder, like, this map feels way better even for the 3cc opening. But this could be 2 base opening here by Byun. It's gonna leverage a lot of gas. Oh, this was a command center first. Stupid me, what am I saying? Of course. So let's see how he plays this out. Solar's gonna see this now. Ooh, he says. Ooh. And there's the third CC, of course. This is a 3cc variant, but with a CC first. That means the production is even later. Oh, you could have made that here on the low ground, I feel like. It's a little bit of a strange choice. I feel like you kind of want to start to create that wall in on the low ground as soon as possible. Like just even walling up this area could be nice with a deeper wall. There's the Overlord sitting over here in the corner. One single Hellion to check out the state of the Zerg. That's the first scout here. He sees the third base. He's like, alright, there's a queen walking, alright. You're Macron, right? Aren't you, dude? And indeed, he's correct. Now, this is a 2-1-1 follow-up here for Byun after the 3cc. And this is scouted before it even gets produced fully, before it even gets set up. So, yeah, a little bit unfortunate there for Byun. Well done from Solar, good Overlord scout. Sacrificing that one for the extra confirmation there. Double engineering bay follow up there. And a Baneling Nest on the way. Now Medivac's also on the way, and the 2-on-1 does hit a little bit earlier than all of the 3 racks or 5 racks variants, so this might be interesting. Because Byun used to be the master of 2-on-1. Of course, that was of a 2-base style, way back in the day. That's basically how he won his world championship. And there it is, the Spire. Oh, look how fast it is. Look how cheap it is. Look how shiny it is. It's gonna make mutas. So he's actually going for a muta style. Muta-Link Bane. Man, it's been a while. Of course, Widow Mines have been kind of buffed, so there's enough recourse for the Terran to combat that. Like, the tools are still there, right? The Ghosts are still pretty good against mutas. Liberators are still pretty good against mutas. Like if you play mass muta, right? Marines are still pretty good against mutas. Like, there's a lot going for those. Come in with the 2-on-1. Oh, can he snipe the Banes? Didn't work out. He even loses like 4 Marines there. One connection did hit. And the hot pickup didn't work. Wasn't hot enough. Now, 1-1, the armory and combat shields, all of those are gonna finish up in a moment. And that's when Byun is really gonna pile on the pressure. Second factory on the way. He is probably gonna go into that Widow Mine style again. He used to favor that a lot. And there we see 7 mutas, even going for +1. It kind of makes me hopeful that we actually see a big commitment to a longer muta play here. Of course, with the factory and the armory, or even the double factory and the armory, you can always transition into a couple of Thors to keep your bases safe. But also like turrets, stuff like that are just gonna be usually enough to keep yourself good at home. But this is what the mutas have been excelling at, shutting down drops. So yeah, great play here. Byun did not expect this in any form or way, and Solar instantly shots down like 16 supply from Byun, just like that. And that's a lot of momentum now going for Solar. Of course he needs that kind of, because these mutas, they're just not gonna win the like they can win trading fights in harassment trades, but not really the head-on engage. It's gonna have a tough time. But of course with the Banelings also having 5 more HP, I feel like there's a lot of potential for the Mutalisk to shine again. 6 more meters on the way. So he's going full committal to meter. I love this. Overload speed on the way here. He needs to get these overseers in the army. He saw that there's the... Oops, he saw... Oh, he didn't see the second factory, but I think he knows there's a second factory at this point. Byun likes his widow mines. Byun might just keep on growing on that high ground, but I feel like he's gonna take this base down here. Meters coming in. Not really finding an opening here, but Byun is pinned back. This gives a lot of space to Solar. Byun now trying to push out here. Can he make a stand on the map? There's a lot of creep looking like a big army. But man, 21 meters. 21 meters, 22 banes. Solar is ready. He's ready to accept and welcome this army in his arms. And there's no Marauder, funnily enough. Oh, there we go. Solar's actually trying to push out here. Engagement off creep. Can this work? He's gonna snipe the tanks with the meters here. I like this play. Very good prioritization there by Solar. Doing this quite effectively. And he will turn around for now. That looked very beautiful. That was a really good off-creep engagement here for Solar. And just before 2-2 finished, so very nice timing. Losing a bunch of meters though on that return here. Good clutch snipe there from Byun. Shoots down 5-6 meters there for free at the tail end of this. And yeah, that was actually, that could have been amazing for Solar, and then he just kind of bungles it a little bit. But now it's only good. It's still good for Solar, but... I mean, Byun is powerful now. He just hit the power spike with the G2. And he looks strong. He just shot down 5 meters. Even though he lost a lot of his units just before the G2. Now this could be an interesting spot to try and harass. A double engineering bay. Let's get a gas. Not the biggest of deals. Byun hasn't really invested into too many turrets. There's one in the main, one in the natural. One at the third, that's about it. Going into the Thor, probably trying to anchor his push is also going to help him against Banelings, trying to tank, just get in the way and soak something. And the rest he's going to leave up to the Widow Mines to try and kill it. And Muta's coming in, can he get the Engie base? He's not going for it, he's not going for it. He just went for the turret, and Byun immediately throws down a couple extra ones to replenish. Now, Solar, of course, behind all of this harassment and just keeping Byun back. I mean, he received like 1 attack from Byun after the initial shutdown of the medivacs. Look at what he has done with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases and reduced meters coming in again. Getting hit by a Widow Mine here. Ultralisks on the way, the big transition here for Solar. Could go into Infestus. No anti-ultra as of yet. There's like a couple Marauders mixed in, but no ghosts nearwhere to be seen. And Solar just going into the mineral lines at this point. What he's supposed to do with the meters, just go for that harassment, snipe down small amounts of reinforcements, kill mostly SCVs, and the push just needs to be defended. You don't even need to push it back, you just need to defend it. It just doesn't, like, if you don't let it get out of hand, that's all you need to do. And the mutas are still working in the main. Needs to be a little bit careful though. Finally, reinforcements have accumulated. 15 SCVs did fall down. Most of this army is medivacs, funnily enough. There's like 3 Marines, the Widow Mine and the Thor. And 7 Changelings. But also this area is just creep. There's no units over here. It looks like a big flank, but it's just not. Chitin's plating on the way here. Still ways out, but he's already making the first Ultralisks, so needs to be careful not to be overextending with those. That's going to be an expensive loss if he fights without Chitin's plating. Now counter-attack here is going to kill a supply depot most likely, which will not even supply block Byun. Bjorn pushing on the left. Trying to push on the right. Meters coming in again. But 3-3 have been completed, so it doesn't matter that much for these energy base. You should probably get like the base, like the rest of the 2 upgrades. The turret upgrades. The armor and the... Oh boy. The armor and the range. Now, coming in, chitinous plating is done, but maybe not the correct angle here to engage. Solar was still doing a lot of work with the meters though in the natural base. And this one Ling actually had 5 kills. It's crazy what he did. This is a funny turret, by the way. Like if he doesn't finish the turret, he can't make a new one because he doesn't have an engine bay. He's reproducing that though right now. Couple ultras, a Bane and encircling. That's also a nice composition here, but more nice for Byun because that's really easy to kill with a bunch of marauders. And that one ultralisk, lone ultralisk shooting at a command set isn't just not gonna do it here. Solar a little bit sloppy with his expensive units, and he needs to get that under control. He cannot just simply lose these ultralisks and mutas to silly attacks like that from himself. Like, it's a silly move. Now he's gonna overwhelm this army here in the north, but it's not everything that Byun has. We see the reinforcements coming in for Byun as well, trying to drive himself to a victory in this game. 13 medivacs are still in the air. The medivacs haven't really been reduced that much. If we look at the count, like only 5 have been killed, even though we do see a mutalisk style here. So medivacs have been mostly with the main push, being saved, kept safe there by the marines. Now finally he can go in and maybe snipe a couple of those here on the retreat. But he's not even gonna find them. No move shots here from his mutants. Could have gotten a couple of ones at least, I want to say. That they didn't have any units inside them. Now, 3 Lings trying to fight a planetary fort is not gonna work here. Missile turrets are set up, a bunch of them. Oh my god, he really doesn't want to deal with mutas anymore on that new base. There isn't even that many more mutas left, but I mean, they do have good upgrades, +2 attack. He's gonna come in, he's gonna kill most of these turrets. He does snipe 3 and then he goes out. Is he still making mutas? He's going for the attack upgrade. I feel like Solar is making this a little bit hard on himself. But he does have a lot of money, he is maxed, he has 91 drones, so actually he can do what he wants. He's gonna keep these drones safe, he's gonna lose the base, but that's fine. He already has a new base set up here in the very bottom right, which everything's transferring to right now. And you kind of want to stretch yourself a little bit more out on the map, I feel like. Now the mutas did actually kill all of these turrets. He killed a couple more widow mines. Man, that's a pesky muta control here. That widow mine unfortunately barely out of range there to try and assist. A bunch of Banes with an ultralisk is always scary for a bio army, needs to be microed. And the Zerg can just A-move this one in. Meanwhile, he can micro his mutas and micro other things like the Lings here. They even have adrenaline +3/3, so they are very powerful. Should probably kill that with the mutas and not with the ultralisk. So he goes for the missile turret and then he's gonna pull out the ultralisk so it doesn't die. Oh my god, Solar. He doesn't care, he makes 5 more. I mean, look at this. He can just make 5 more. There they go. He doesn't need 1. He needs 5. Now, that's the first kind of win that was actually impactful to a certain degree here for Byun in the past, I want to say, 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Even he sniped that base on the left, but that wasn't really doing that much. Because, I mean, Solar still needs it, but he instantly transferred back those drones. Stifling the growth a little bit was good, but Byun is just struggling to reinforce and rebuild and reproduce here. No ghosts, only marauders and marines. If we had just a shroud that could reduce the damage by those guys by 50%. What do you call it? Microbial shroud, I guess. That his orbital is probably gonna fall even here. Marine's trying to come for the save, and he does indeed save it. That's the main base, by the way. There's even like there even SCVs just like long distance mining from here, or this guy's just standing there. That's like a 10% already of that worker count that Byun has. So yeah, that's a lot of actually idle potential mining that's idle or very inefficient. And while Solar did deplete most of his bank at this point, he simply has a good army. He has still 3 Rotalisks, he has still a 16 meters, he still has 6 Banes plus 9 on the way, 6 more meters on the way, he has like 50 Zerglings, so yeah, he has a very solid army. And on the other side is 18 Medivacs. Maybe he overproduced a little bit on Medivacs. Would you say so? That's almost 30 supply of those 90 supply is Medivacs. It's even more actually. Now this is a nice win here again for Byun, keeping that drone count low, but he does lose the base in the north at the same time, and he decides it's just not worth it with the 32 supply of Medivacs, or 34, sorry, I don't know, 36 supply of Medivacs. I can't win. And Solar takes the W and takes the series. Crazy, man. That was really good to see another muted game. Been a long time coming.